Okay, I'm making this video today to talk about the recent exams that have been going on in the UK, and to talk about why it's not the end of the world if you didn't do as well as you wanted to, or if you just completely failed it in general. First of all though, if you don't know, 2 days ago now, the GSCE results came out in the UK, and all over the country, there were teenagers absolutely shitting it because they didn't know what they were going to get in their GCSEs. If you also don't know, because I'm pretty sure the UK is one of the only countries that do GCSEs, I'm not sure about that, I might be wrong, but they're basically big exams that determine whether you get into college or not. So all over the country, people were shitting it, and last year I was in that boat as well. I'm now in college, and I'm doing A-levels, and that's a whole different kettle of fish, and it's just so much more stressful. But last year, around about this time, I got my GCSE results back, and for those of you who didn't do as well in your GCSEs, or just completely failed them outright, it's okay, it's not the end of the world. This is what this video is about. Because in school, you're taught that these exams mean your life. If you don't pass these exams, you're going to fail in life, and you may as well go dig your own grave now. And it's like, whoa, calm down. What I've come to realise since leaving is those GCSEs that you've got are only to get you into a college. To be honest, I mean, you put them on your CV, but you can lie. Hey, little tip, okay? You can lie about your results on your CV. No one's gonna ask. It's a great trick. No one asks. So even if you don't get exactly what grade you wanted, it doesn't really matter. And in fact, I watched a video from The Rock Johnson recently, and he said that sometimes the path you want to go down, and you know, you follow your dream down that path, but it turns out it doesn't work out and you go down a different path. Sometimes that different path is so much better than the path that you thought you wanted. And you really can't sit here right now because you don't know what you'll want, or what you will want to do, or what you will enjoy in 10 years time. So right now you could be really distraught about not being able to go to that particular college you wanted to because you didn't get those grades. But that doesn't mean it's the end of the road for you. To be honest, this most likely is a completely different avenue that you didn't think about going down, and you will probably much enjoy it. So don't think that because you didn't get straight up A's or C's or anything like that in your exams, that you completely failed life. Because, I mean, I passed most of my GCSEs, but there's one that's still haunting me, and that's maths. Now, if you've been on the channel for a little while, you'll know that I've now retaken maths a couple times. It's actually, I've just got my results back from the third time I've taken maths, and I got the exact same as I've got the other 2 times. I got a D. Now, in this country, I don't know if it's the same in other countries around Europe or the world, but at least in the UK, I'm not allowed to go into university or leave college or anything until I've got a C. They say I'm not allowed. I will be allowed to, but they say you're not allowed just so you get the definite C. But I've now got 3 Ds in a row, and at this point you have to kind of step back and look at life from a realistic point of view. Some things in life you're not going to be good at, and no one is good at everything. Even those people who seem like they're good at everything, and those really annoying people that you've spent years maybe practicing something, you're like, oh yeah, have a go, and they're just good at it straight off the bat. Yeah, those annoying people, even they're shit at some things. So you need to realise that you're not going to be great at everything, and especially in school, you're going to have those subjects that you're really good at, and you're going to have those subjects that you're really bad at. Now, unluckily for me, I'm really bad at the subject that I kind of need, but that doesn't make me or anyone else stupid, because I can do all the important maths that I need to know in life. Like, I can very easily do the adding, the dividing, the timesing, the taking away, the percentages, you know, everything like that will help me later on in life, do my taxes, do my jobs, you know, do my insurance and all that stuff. I can do that. That's fine. But what brings me down personally is the bullshit stuff that if you talk to any adult, unless they're in some sort of high-end job like, you know, some sort of quantum physics scientist or something, you probably won't need stuff like algebra and circle theorems and Pythagorean theory, or however you pronounce that shit. It's the stuff that you don't really need, but the education system says you need this in life, that I can't do. So just because you've failed some sort of subjects, no matter what subject it is, it might be English, it might be music, it might be drama, it might be geography, history, you're not per se shit at that subject. Everyone has something they're good in every subject, but overall you're just not great at that overall subject, which by no means doesn't make you stupid. Because that's something that popped up at the end of my GCSEs. Anyone who didn't get, you know, a load of C's and a load of B's and they just got loads of D's and E's, they were seen as stupid. And that's not true, because exams, I think anyway, really aren't an accurate representation of how smart you are. It really isn't. Think about it. You study for what? You study for about 3-4 years maybe for GCSEs, and then you have that one exam at the end of those years, and that one exam dictates how smart you are in that subject. That's just stupid. You may be having a bad day on that day, or you may just be bad under pressure, you may be just bad at writing stuff. I'm bad at writing essays. That's a flaw that I have. I'm just really bad at writing essays. I can talk easily, I can make a video, you know, I can even do a presentation very easily. I'm very good at presentations, but when it comes to writing an essay, I'm not very good at that. I can't get high marks on that, which is just my kind of way of presenting things, my learning. I'm just not a very sit down, write a whole essay, you know, write stuff down. I'm not that kind of learner. So hopefully from what I've been saying, you realise that these exams really don't mean your whole life. They really don't. They get you into a college maybe that you wanted to, and they might maybe boost your ego a little bit. But to be honest, people who get disappointed by their exams and they get failure after failure after failure, I think are probably more likely to excel later on, because what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's literally that saying is very, very true. If you keep getting failure after failure after failure, and you keep picking yourself up and going for something different that you want to do and you think you're good at, then eventually you will succeed. And the people who just see success for all of their life are going to think that success will always come that way. And then when success doesn't come their way, it's going to crush them. But for people who fail more than they succeed, when the success does come, it's going to come in a big, huge wave, and it's going to be rewarding. So really, I mean, personally, I'm not at all sad about failing maths for the 3rd time, and to be honest, by now, it's not worth my time doing it a 4th time, because even when you're in college, most of your college grades then get you into a university or something like that, and I'm not going to a university. I will crash and burn in a university. So you really got to look at what you want to do in the future and continue on that path. You want to, I don't know, go and do something within science and you didn't get a very good science grade. That is fixable, and you can still go for that career choice. Don't let a letter on a piece of paper define what you do with your life, because that's just ridiculous. I mean, you know, hundreds of years ago, people didn't have that. You didn't have grades to get you into future education and future careers, and yet people made such brilliant discoveries, especially, you know, during the 1800s when the Industrial Revolution was going on. Not a lot of people went to school, only rich males went to school, and yet so many other people did amazing things. It just goes to prove that, yes, education is useful, and getting high grades will make you get a job easier. It will make life just so much easier, but it's not essential. The only thing that matters now is that you pick yourself up and you don't let that letter define you. Now you need to get up and go do what you want to do, but maybe in a different way, or go down a different path. I use me as an example, but I also know multiple people who did even worse on their GCSEs than me. They failed almost all of them, and I know multiple people who have done this, and they're older than me. They've gone through university, they've graduated, they've got jobs now, and even though they failed their GCSEs, they failed their A-levels, and, you know, they didn't do great in their university degree either, they've still gone down to the career choice that they want to do, and they're still happy. So you can be an absolute failure in tests. Some people are. Like me, it's not how I operate. I don't do well in tests. I can't sit there and write about something I know unless I'm really interested in it. I think that's another thing. In school, not everyone's interested in it all. I'm really interested in natural history, okay, and zoology, and paleontology and stuff like that. If I was given 3 hours to write an essay on some sort of evolution, or about a fossil record, or anything to do with natural history, anything like that, I would come out with very good grades, because that is what I'm interested in and I could do that all day. But Other sciences and stuff like that in school, for example, don't really interest me. Chemistry never interested me. Physics, only space interests me, and space is like, what, 0.5% of the test paper, so the stuff that doesn't interest you, you're not likely to do as well in anyway. It really is personal to you, and that's why I think exams are such bullshit, and really all they do is just drag people down when they don't do as well as they wanted to. And don't get me wrong, if you did do very well and you did work very hard for your GCSEs, congratulations, I hope you're very happy with your grades, because I didn't try very hard for my GCSEs. I got okay grades. I could have got better, but I don't have any regrets, because currently I'm going down the path that I want to do, and I've never really been that fussed about exams, and I think people should just really chill out and just take it in their stride, because an examiner, a piece of paper, isn't in control of your life. You're in control, and if you want something to happen, you can go out your way and make that happen. It's not up to, you know, an A on a piece of paper to decide what you do. So I'm hoping after that discussion that the people who didn't do as well on your GCSEs, don't worry, and any exams, to be honest, whether you're in the UK, whether you're in the USA, Australia, Canada, fucking China, anywhere in the world, if you don't do as well on any exams, not just for GCSEs, for GCSEs is just very topical at the moment, but any exams, if you're not doing as well as you thought you would, or you completely failed them, and you're now thinking, well, my life's fucked, it isn't, okay? You've got a whole life ahead of you, and life is going to be full of exams. Some you do good at, some you won't do good at, and you've just got to find your own way of doing life. You know, some people, like me, exams don't work for you, and that's fine. As I say, I don't think it's a very good representation of who you are and how smart you are. Some people can be really smart and fuck their GCSEs up amazingly. I've seen that happen as well with my friends. Some of my smartest friends have fucked their GCSEs completely. And exams in general, to be honest. Now at A-level as well. Some of the smartest people I know are fucking their exams up. And it shouldn't define them. It really shouldn't. So I hope that really does help some people. If it does, put a comment down below and share this video with someone who might be shitting it over their exam results. No matter who you are or where you are, it's all the same process. So thank you very much for watching. Put your thoughts in the comments down below. What did you think? What did you get in your recent exams? Did you do well? I would like to know, because I know a lot of people who have done their GCSEs this year, and some of them are really happy, some of them are really sad. So if you've recently done exams, let me know what you got and whether you're happy, and let me know whether this video was useful to you. So thank you very much for watching. Until next time, I shall say goodbye. And I'm not the best FPS shooter. I've got some FPS experience, for sure. I've played a lot of Battlefield, a lot of CS. You know, CS is my most played game on Steam. Somehow, don't ask me how. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Hi! Get fucked. Everyone get fucked, nice. Oh, hello, lads. Okay, that wasn't a good idea. That was just a terrible idea. I got kill hungry there. Very kill hungry.